Hey, I feel like we almost need to make this next question a weekly segment. Cam Smith and his future. Turns 37 this week, playing some great football. Then he'd go on forever if he wanted to, but will he?
This is the week to ask her because he's 37 and he had an absolute blinder for the Storm against Newcastle on Saturday night. So because of the delayed season, he was expected to be making a decision around now, but now it's likely to be in August. Melbourne aren't sweating on a decision as much as the West Tigers because they've got Harry Grant on that swap deal at the moment. So at the end of the year, either Melbourne Storm have Cameron Smith for another year, or he retires and they get Harry Grant, who's a very fine young hooker back from the Tigers. If he does decide to play on Cameron Smith, then there is a clause in Harry Grant's contract that allows him to be released and the Tigers can snap him up. So they're not altogether that worried about it, the Storm, when I spoke to them today, but the Tigers are looking for a decision in the next couple of weeks.
What about recruitment for other players as far as the Melbourne Storm go? I mean, imagine Cameron Smith's going to take up a big part of the salary cap. Are they not concerned about recruiting other players?
They are for sure, but I think they're more. I don't know, Gus. You tell me. When do you tap a player who's arguably the best player of all time?
Well,
what time frame do you give him?
He's going to be given the option to decide his own retirement by the sound of it. That's where he is. That's the status he has within the club and the game.
Is there a conversation you have, Gus, about money? If it comes to that, you want them there, but
I think Cameron's got to be fair on his club. That club's been very good to him over a long period of time. He's obviously been great for them, but he's got to be fair to them too. There's a long future without Cameron Smith at that club that's got to be considered, and it's not all about him. So he's got to be fair to the club too. This was around the time we would have expected a decision for next year, and I think, don't worry about the fact that we've had what we've had. I think he's got to be fair to the club and himself and give sort of indication whether he's going to go around again next year or not.
In terms of the decision, I don't think he knows. I honestly don't think he knows. He keeps his cards very close to his chest.
He's had a very good run. Do you
think he should give it away?
I think he's had a very good run. I think it's got to come to an end for everyone. You can't play forever. Someone tried to, but
Oh, shots fired already.
Oh, look out!
I don't even know what to say. I don't know.
Hey, Gus, drop the mic, walk away.
But you've got to retire sometime. You've got to retire sometime.
You do.
Someday you've got to retire.
But Cameron Smith has still got it. He has still got it.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean you've got to wait until you haven't got it to retire. You don't have to wait until it's gone.
Yeah.
I think you've got to be fair to the club and the rest of the team. He's had a great run. Don't you think, or no?
No, I agree.
I'm still getting.
You're all scared.
Poor old Gal over there.
Yeah,
So did I retire too late?
You've destroyed Gal. You've destroyed Gal.
I never got questioned if I went to you too long. I'll be getting a question now by Gus.
You could have gone around again.
Yeah, I could have. Easy.
You were fighting Tyson last week. You'd have had no trouble with some of these blokes in the league at the moment.